Static Selector.
Playing through the broken ankles, man. Never sit down, cause I'ma stand up. Yo, book a ticket to the tropics, cause I'm through with all the shit that I'm living every day. In the mirror saying, why me? Hide my eyes, cause I'm sicking with the image. Abusing marijuana, sipping vintage for the time being. My skill set is very serious, in fact. Spit a wild rap, carve a steak right off the cow's back. Throw it on the grill, I'm cooking in the stew. Same shit that's on the grill, gave me leather for the boot. If they make me take the stand, then I'm lying through my teeth, though. Asked to swear to God, but in that I don't believe, though. My man Stevie Mo playing safety for Toledo. Hustle till my fingers staying cheesy like a Cheeto. Shorty on the bench, pleasure in my PP. Smart crew, TCN, lyrical graffiti. Drug rope precise like a hooker with the dice. Butcher with the knife, you get tooken for your life. So much to say, it's so little time is shitty. Killer Queens, the borough, New York be the city. Coming crazy out your mouth, I get you split up like a Philly. Running through the maze like I'm Willie, you gotta feel me. I'm moving forward, cause nothing's gonna be the same. Eyes blurry from the smoke, I can't see the lane. Swerving heavy, bottle in my lap. I'm looking for a problem, so I'm modeling the gap. Somebody save me, cause I don't wanna go to jail. I'd rather be up in the mansion for the polo sale. But I'm here, stuck inside my thoughts. I'm trying to have a bag of money stuffed inside my shorts. My life is like a movie, blizzard with the shotty.
So this is possible HQ destination number 1.
This is pretty fucking gnarly, eh? Matt Kelly, the Podfather, reached out to me last night when we were filming Fade the Public. Wants to hop on the show. And then said he's got a potential collab idea for 2020. I don't really know what he means by that, but we'll hop on a call next week. Maybe he'll be in Vegas when I'm there. So that's pretty fucking awesome. Matt Kelly, he is the host of the Roto Underworld podcast. He is also the creator of the Player Profiler website, playerprofiler.com. I'm sure you've seen me, if you watch my fantasy videos, you've definitely seen me use that website as a source for my analysis. Regardless, that's pretty awesome because he's one of the only dudes that whose podcast I actually listen to anymore. I do my own research and I listen to some people, but most people in the industry are just fucking bullshit right now. Besides the point, I asked him if he was going to be in Vegas next week, get rid of the burnout from the end of the season, recharge, get ready for fucking 2020. So I leave for Florida on Friday. I'm back in New Jersey because we filmed Fade the Public last night. Sorry, I moved so much. When I vlog, it's like my way, since I'm from New Jersey, it's like my way of talking with my hands. I think me just like moving around and spinning and shit is like that because I have my hands occupied by the camera. I am going to Florida to stay with my grandparents from Friday to Monday, going to New Orleans with Snacks and my boy Mike for the NCAA National Championship game Monday, Tuesday, Vegas on Wednesday for the Fantasy Sports Gaming Conference, which is what I asked him if he was gonna be at. And then I'm going to San Diego to stay with one of my friends for probably like a week or so just because it's fucking San Diego and San Diego's the titties. So I will be doing a lot of traveling. You will not see a lot of content, but I will get a lot of content for vlogs. So just heads up to y'all. So speaking of like not putting out too much content while I'm gone, I really haven't been doing shit since the season ended. I put out like one video with Noah. I think I've canceled multiple weeks on him already. One was because I was writing this big ass blog post. I don't know if y'all saw this or not, but it's on BDGE.com. It got a lot of positive feedback, so I'd be very appreciative if y'all read this because it took a lot of time to write. I kind of just like blacked out and wrote the whole thing, but it was just over the last 10 years since we're hitting the new year, I kind of just sat down and wrote everything I've learned on most topics of life, and there were like 14 very important lessons that I've learned, and I wrote a big blog post about it, so y'all can go check that out on bigdogsfantasy.com. You'll see it on the front page. That was one of the pieces of content I put out. No, I've done Fade the Public twice. With me traveling, though, I will have to leave it to Snacks and Animal to take over Fade the Public for the next couple weeks. So this will be the first time that I'm kind of giving them complete control of the channel while I am just traveling, and we'll see who kind of takes over the leadership role there. Should be kind of interesting to watch. I will be missing the next 2 episodes, so they will have 2 different. Yeah, they will have 2 different episodes to shoot with. So maybe they bring in Stevie One Chains to guest for one of them or both of them, or maybe a different member. I don't really know, but I'm kind of excited to see. We'll see what happens. Regardless, though, in these off-season months, what I'm working on right now is, we've got the draft guide that we sold many copies of last year, and that will be a big driver for us this offseason. So I started kind of putting together a few different pieces of it right now, kind of getting the foundation set up in place, putting in testimonials on the homepage and stuff, and we have so many of them from last year, thankfully. I love everybody that bought them. But Dynasty is becoming a huge piece of fantasy football now, and a lot of people are getting into Dynasty, and not mainly like because of me, but we put out a lot more Dynasty content, and I can tell from the comments and the reactions from the content that a lot of people are into Dynasty. So that will be a big focus. Last year we launched the original, our first ever Dynasty draft guide, which I don't want to say was a piece of shit because the content we put in it was good, like well-intentioned at least, but we didn't really know what the fuck we were doing. So we were just like, hey, let's make a Dynasty guide because we feel like people will like it. This year we're actually going to make that motherfucker into something like really good and solid for you guys out there. So I'm working on that, working on the background and the details between, you know, how I want to price it from month to month. Do we want to do pre-order pricing? When do I want to even launch the pricing to begin with? Exporting the email lists of people that purchased it last year to start like a pre-order sale and email it out to them to give them a little bit of support for supporting me. So these are, you know, just obviously these vlogs are just a behind the scenes look of how these kind of things operate. So off season again is a lot more business type stuff, and these are the things that you go through as a business owner, looking to make improvements year over year, season over season, on what things you did well, what things you did not do well, and what you want to change. Emails, websites, infrastructures, pricing, inventory, all that kind of bullshit is just part of the deal, but it's the fun part. So in a good place right now, very much looking forward to traveling, and I will keep working on stuff like this as I am traveling, but I'll try to take the most time to just, one, when I'm with my grandparents, really make sure I'm like present in the moment and not be on my phone. I actually deleted Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat off my phone, the apps. I didn't delete my accounts or anything. I deleted them off my phone for the last couple days because I was just getting to the point where I was like fucking so addicted to them in an extremely unproductive way. Like just clicking on them 48 times in an hour for no reason. Like there would be no updates. I'm not getting fucking DMs. I ain't getting nudes, getting nothing but just clicking on them. And every time you click on it, it just makes you feel a little shittier. I don't know really what the science is behind it, but it just does. So I was like, I need to get this fucking off my screen. I've felt I felt much more at ease inside. I don't really know why, but I have since I've deleted them, and it's felt kind of good. And Matt actually just replied. So I asked him if he was going to be at the Vegas conference. He said no, but he's not going to the conference. Okay, so I'll hit him back with a time or date or something. So in the next couple of weeks, by the time you watch this, we might not have even got on the call yet. So stay tuned for the possible collab between myself and the Podfather. Great nickname, by the way, Podfather. I believe it's self-given, so I don't know about all that. But and also just like a tip for people in like all types of industries, man. Like I'm watching a podcast right now. My cousin sent me this link because he thought it was cool. This guy Andrew Schultz is a comedian. He's pretty popular. Some of you guys might know him, but he was a guest on, I'm not sure what this podcast is, but he sent me the link to it because he's talking about comedians and the business in itself, of how there's no gatekeepers anymore. And that's the same like kind of anywhere. Like the internet has completely disrupted all industries. You guys don't have ESPN or Yahoo telling you who you have to listen to, right? There's a reason that Matt Berry, like, I'm not gonna say there's a reason he blew up, but like there's a reason you had to listen to him for a long time because ESPN, there was execs or whatever in ESPN that said, this is the guy and this is the only guy that you're gonna be able to listen to on our primetime show or whatever, right? Now with the internet, like you guys are the market, you get to decide who the fuck you want to listen to. And that's how he's talking about with comedians, how for a while it was like just the top execs and be like, you guys are the funny guys that we're gonna put on stage, and now you can make your own podcast, your own, you know, Netflix documentary, submit it to them, and if you're good enough, you know, you'll make it. But whatever, the reason I'm even bringing it up is because as we progress and I'm gonna start looking at new apartments and stuff, I'm starting to think of, you know, new ways to design the videos that we put out, and I want the production value to continue to increase, you know, year over year, week over week, even episode over episode. They have a great setup here. I think this would work great for Fade the Public. So they have 3 cameras set up, and we've been thinking about doing multi-camera for a while. We haven't had enough time together to sit and really make this shit happen, which is why I think getting the headquarters in Manhattan will be fucking very beneficial to us as a brand. But they have a great 3-way thing here where they have a camera on these two, camera on, I guess, the guest or the third person, and then a camera on the entire table. This would be perfect for Fade the Public because you could have like Snacks and Animal, me, and then the entire table here. And this is something we could probably set up in my apartment once we get it. So just drawing purpose behind me bringing this up is drawing inspiration from other people in your industry or even outside of your industry. If you're in an industry and you're having trouble succeeding, look at the people that are succeeding, figure out why, figure out what they're doing well. Is it from an aesthetic fucking setup standpoint? Is it the audio? Is it their marketing tactics? Is it their HR department, their fucking sales department? Look at all these different aspects of businesses and brands or whatever, and you could take pieces of them and improve yourself. Listen, you're not going to be able to come up with the first XYZ of everything. You're not going to be able to pioneer every part of business. So it's okay to steal shit. It's okay to grab ideas and inspiration from other people that have done it before you, right? You're not the fucking first person on earth. I do it all the time. I look at people in the fantasy industry. I look at brands in the industry. I look at brands that just are podcasting, and I think ideas that work well for them could work well for us. Like, fuck yeah, we're going to take that. We're going to use it. We're going to roll with it. And if it doesn't work, try something else. All right. So I'm trying to pack right now. I'm far and away the worst packer I've ever met. One thing I've learned as I've gotten older and traveled a little bit more is that the less you pack, the better. Except for one thing, underwear. You overpack underwear every time. You underpack everything else. You need one pair of shoes, maybe two. When I was younger, I used to legit try to bring like 4 pairs of shoes wherever I went. You realize you don't wear them. Also, when you're traveling, more often than not, especially because I'm gonna be away for probably 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more than that. Anytime you're on a multi-week trip, you're gonna be able to find somewhere with laundry and a washing machine, so you'll be able to clean your clothes. Now, when I say I travel light, I travel very light. The only thing I wanna bring with me is this little duffel bag and my backpack. And I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. And I'm gonna be going to many different climates. We have Florida, we have New Orleans where it gets cold, we have Vegas, and we have San Diego. So for Florida, I need to pack bathing suits. For New Orleans, I'm gonna need to pack a jacket, probably a sweatshirt or something that's a little bit more chilly. For Vegas, I'm gonna need to pack something that's nice. For San Diego, I'm gonna need more bathing suits, and it gets a little bit chilly there at night, so I'm gonna need like a wide variety of clothes. So I threw like 7 of these black tees in here, bathing suits, jeans. Problem is, there's no room left. Well, but the real fucking problem is, because of my work, I have more cameras than I want to bring along than button-down shirts. The drone, which I'm charging, because I absolutely love flying the drone in San Diego. You get the absolute best views. I'm going to try to fly it in Vegas too if I can, maybe over New Orleans, depending on what time in the morning me and Snacks start drinking. So we have the drone, my speaker, the drone remote, my computer obviously, any lenses that I want to bring along. Might bring my webcam, probably not though. Books, and this is the backpack I use. So it's almost like a little duffel bag in itself. And then we have the camera, which you could stick onto your chest. This is like a little GoPro. This is a very cool piece of equipment. It's called the Insta360, I believe. I think I introduced it in one of my other vlogs. This little piece, it's like a magnet, and you wear this around your neck like a necklace, and this sticks to it. I'm just gonna throw that on Snacks and let him fucking... This is what Steve wore during the Halloween party vlog. So if you watch the Halloween party vlog, this is what was on his chest. And then I have batteries and all other shit. So as you can see, my technology has become the problem. Well, I can fit everything. The problem is all of my toilets. So I have this great bag from Manscaped. Where are you, Manscaped bag? Shout out to Manscaped. I'm excited to be working with them in the summer. Great bag for Manscaped for like toiletries, and this works great. Except there's absolutely no room to put it in there in my backpack. So what I think I'm gonna do, maybe tie a shoestring, grab a shoestring from one of my shoes. Also, shout out to Reebok. They had these on sale for $24. I'll link them down below. They might still be on sale. They had other colors. Great scoop by me. So I think I'm gonna take a shoestring, tie it around there, because here's the problem. Here's the reason I only want to take 2 bags. So I don't want to check any bags. So that takes too long when you're traveling. Plus you're gonna have to, if I'm taking like 6 different flights, which I have to do to obviously bounce around to all these places, I don't want to pay for a check bag every time. So I can carry on a duffel bag and a backpack every flight I go on to. Don't need to go to the check bag spot. Don't need to pay extra. If I could tie that on with a shoestring, I'm just thinking out loud here, we can make this shit happen. All right, so it's the last day. I leave tomorrow morning. I'd like to get this vlog out actually before I leave, or maybe Friday morning, that would be cool. So when you watch this, maybe I'm already on the flight to Florida. I'm about to wrap up a few business things, go to the gym. My cousin, who's a videographer, was flying his drone around Brooklyn. He doesn't live in Brooklyn. He's flying it around. It landed on a rooftop, and he texted me yesterday. He's like, can you go find my fucking drone? It's like, he's sending me text messages, like pointing to random roofs. He's like, oh, I think it's over here. I'm like, what the fuck do you think I am? And then I said yes. So I have to do that after I go to the gym. Luckily, it's kind of actually the rooftops that he was flying by are near my gym. So I'm gonna be fucking climbing up and down ladders all day today trying to find a drone. And then I don't know, I look ghostly white. This is not a good camera lens angle for me right now.
2 hours later.
I found the building that my cousin sent me. I snuck into the building behind a FedEx guy because the apartments are locked. Now, found an elevator going up to the roof. I'll be so pissed if we don't find the drone right now. Fuck.
Well, this is the problem.
So we couldn't get outside. I went to the building next door. I got in. I got to the roof of the second building. Close for renovation. Though I can get outside, but I'm not sure if the alarm will go off if I open it or if I just push that. So this is gonna be a really fucking bad idea. Fuck, my heart's racing. I'm so gonna fucking die up here. All right, this was not fun while it lasted. I don't see it anywhere. I've looked everywhere in Williamsburg for it. Sorry, Timothy. I think that's gonna be it though. So this was just a quick vlog to say hello, I love you, and if there is a lack of content on the channel, this is the reason why, but the vlogs will be when I am done traveling. And don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, bro.